Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Beavers will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ducks offense will start this game off. They've met in the so-called Toilet Bowl, and they've played to go to the Rose Bowl. It's run the gamut, but this one is always intense.
Yeah, Reese, I called that game back in 2009 where the winner was going to go to the Rose Bowl, and I had a chance to really feel the electricity and the excitement at Autzen Stadium that day. This really is a tremendous rivalry.
And even when a Rose Bowl isn't on the line, Oregon State just feels good. The in-state rivalry, the hate, it's always a good matchup.
They'll give it to the back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This move just oozes confidence, going for it on 4th down from their own side of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. The short hands, it's Ott. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Ducks will come to the line to convert on fourth down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that third and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that third down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ground.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. It falls incomplete, and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide out in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
All the bounces going the kicker's way right here. That was just at about the extent of his distance for a field goal, and the crossbar helped him out, putting 3 up on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Card. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Beavers offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These 2 running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to impose their will with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Beavers headed quickly to the line.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
He's off to the races. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's McCoy. It's on target and complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotions surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
Second down coming up. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly. But they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
This connection. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Touch pass on the run. Across the 25. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Georgia Tech is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Yellow Jackets fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with something forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create... Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Clemens. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On second down, he's looking downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Beavers will punt this one away. On the return, it's Branch. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Running back goes in motion. This guy can throw it. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
To the air, it's Daniels. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll turn it loose out to the right. It's complete! A huge pickup! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quick pass on the fly motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, from Corvallis to Eugene, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Ducks and Beavers. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. On the run, it's Hankerson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. He gets a block. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Now on second down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for a man, it's Daniels. Showing the arm strength to the left. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Ott. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. He's looking to throw it. He wants a big play here late. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Going for it all. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Powers forward. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. What a huge call there. They had the turnover. Instead, the roughing the passer call takes it all away. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's McCoy. Trying to get to him. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. He makes a catch. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Got it in the middle. It's Clemens. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Beavers in the hurry up. And they got to the line expeditiously. Spiked it and stopped the clock. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Coming after him. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So Miami's offense takes the field. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going up top on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
He wants to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Bailey. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup because this environment is hostile.
On fourth down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
I just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays? and then make throws in scramble situations. That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tagged.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Slips away. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got him, and they convert. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Using his legs, it's Genty. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
it's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going deep. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw again after the incompletion. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They were on the move. The 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the offense. The aerial assault continues. That's caught. It's Toafili. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it behind the line. It's Martinez. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback, but how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll immediately call timeout. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. 3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Canes. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and no good. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll leave it with him. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip.
The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still...
Oh, look out! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Burke.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Offense gets set for second down. Gets it out fast. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to Davis. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it. It's Brown. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Now he's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Toafili. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Touchdown, Miami! They move on top here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. They're trying to get to it. Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, Who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Corner's going to give them room. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. It's complete to the left. Oh, look out. The ball's free. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. Go get me a few first downs. This one's over.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they give you some momentum. They give you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He just refused to go down, kept finding space, and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor. Then make him forget that.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.